Hey guys, okay, so we just came back from the white hot party and I'm gonna go ahead and start this room tour because they should have made up the room. So let's take, all right guys, let's go and check out the room. Now first you'll see that you have a slot here where, just like on the other cruise ships, if you leave it out, your room lights will cut off. However, on Carnival, they give you this so you can just keep it in here so you can cut your lights on and they will stay on. Now first, let me tell you, the room is going to look a little junky because, like I told you, I prefer to give you a room tour of a room that's actually been used. So you're going to see what it looks like. We're on a 14-day cruise. We're at the midpoint, so you'll see really what these rooms look like once you're living in them. So I'm going to start right here and I'm going to show you closet space. So Corey will demonstrate. So you've got 3 closets here. Your first closet, it's a floor to ceiling closet, plenty of room. Your second closet is also a floor to ceiling with a little shelf up top that's empty. And you do have plenty of coat hangers as usual. I did bring some of my own because I like the ones that have flocking on them, but you do have a lot. And to give you an idea, I'm 5'11", so you can see that one of my dresses is actually it's on a hanger, but it is touching the floor. But that kind of gives you an idea of how long the actual cabinet is. And then we have our third cabinet. And in this cabinet, you'll see that it's all shelves. So, like I said, it's lived in, so we got stuff thrown everywhere. Keeping it real. Oh, and here's where you'll find your full-length mirror. Check us out. All right, so next let's check out the bathroom. So the bathroom, first let's start off. You've got 3 hooks here for robes and towels and stuff. And we'll go in here and we're going to start with the shower. So Carnival, as most people know, their shower is actually a shower curtain. So it is not a tube or an enclosed space like on RCL. You actually have a curtain. Yes, when you shower, it does touch you, but I don't really think it's a big deal, frankly. The shower floor, you can get an idea with spacing. So it's a pretty decent space here. And I am going to step into it and show you a little bit more. So you get shower gel and you get shampoo. Again, unless you just use shampoo and no conditioner, I would advise you probably bring your own shampoo, conditioner. I do. Next we have the handheld shower thing, and it actually does lift. It raises and shortens, so you can have it wherever you want. This is important for me because if I don't want to get my hair wet, then I like to lower it a little bit like that, so it's spraying my body and not in my face. Over here you have your on and off, and over here you have your temperature. And as long as you keep it, it's like this, unless you press this button, it'll stay at 38, and that'll keep you from being burned, but you can't make it hotter. Let me tell you right now, Carnival's water gets very hot, so you want to be careful and test the water each time you use it, even when washing your hands. So I am standing in the shower with the curtain open, and I'm going to close it so you can get an idea of space. So you see here, and I'm just turning around. So it's a decent amount of space. No, it's not going to be huge, and it's definitely smaller probably than your shower at home, but it suffices. And because it is a curtain, if you need more room, I mean, you got plenty of room for that. So that's the shower. So there you have your commode. Excuse my fallen ribbons, I just came from a party. And then you have your towels and you have your shaving mirror, and up there is your plug so you can plug in your razor. You have your big mirror. You can see me in it. In terms of storage in the bathroom, so you're going to have 3 glass shelves on each side. Who said women have all the stuff? Anyway, and then on top of it, you see that there's plenty of room on the actual counter to store stuff if you want. As you can see, we have our required reading in the bathroom. There's also a little bit of storage down here, but really it's for toilet paper and things like that. But there are little cubbies down here if you want to use them. Here's your trash can, and you also get Kleenex. One thing I want to point out is down here on the floor by the shower. Let me show you something. There's a groove right here. When you're laying out your towel to get out of the shower to step on, make sure you don't put it in that groove. That groove collects water and it helps it get over here to the drain near the toilet. If you put your towel in it, your towel will be wet when you get out of the shower. However, if you put your towel just slightly outside of it, it won't get wet and you'll have a dry place to actually put your feet. So just FYI. Okay, so here you're gonna see you have a couch. It can also be used as a bed depending on the type of room you have. Oh, one thing I did want to mention is that on Carnival, if you want to let your room steward know not to disturb you, you have a snoozing sign. Now there isn't one that says please make up my room, it's just snoozing. So that's a little bit different. Also on Carnival, if you want room service breakfast, these are the cards that you use. You'll see the only options they have for like a hot breakfast are breakfast sandwiches, and you do have to pay extra for those. And as always, you've got your room thermostat. All right, so back over here to the couch. The sofa's nice, it's comfortable enough. Got a nice little picture. One thing about Carnival's rooms is they are pretty much no thrill. Let's just be honest. You get everything I feel like you need, but you're not gonna get a lot of extra stuff. So that being said, you get the sofa and you also get this table here. As you see, we've got some stuff in here, and it's actually not room service that we ordered. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Over here you can see you have your vanity, and on the left side you're gonna have your refrigerator, or should I say your cooler. And it does come empty, so if you bring sodas or anything on board, you can put them in the refrigerator, or the cooler, sorry. You get ice, glasses, you have a TV. If I had to guess, maybe this is like a 19 inch, 20 something inch. It's a small TV. You do have storage above. Again, your vanity mirror, and it has storage below it. You have a stool and a tiny trash can. I have never understood why the trash cans are so small, but just a hint, I bring my own trash bag and make my own trash, because sometimes I need more than just that little can. It's probably because they empty it so often, they're like, hey, you probably don't need a bigger one, but I actually prefer to have a slightly bigger trash can. But that's just me. Over here, you also have drawers. So you'll see 4 drawers. Another little cubby hole. Above that is where your safe is, and you have a shelf. I'll show you in a minute. And you have more storage upstairs. Well, upstairs, excuse me. And you have more storage above the safe area. Now, one thing I want to say about Carnival storage is I wish they had more drawers. So I think they got plenty of closet space. But in this case, I prefer to have more drawers to put stuff in. So when I'm sitting at the vanity using it, a lot of the stuff I need, I could just reach over and pull out of a drawer. It's not necessarily stuff I'd want to hang. So I do wish they had more drawers around the vanity. But storage is sufficient for our needs, so it's not a problem. Here is the safe. And again, like I mentioned, there is a little shelf above the safe. Over here behind the TV, there's actually some additional storage, as you can see, and there are actual plugs back there. So if you need extra plugs, because the room does only come with 2, you can see there are actually plugs back here, but you'll lose your TV, so you got to make some tough choices. As I mentioned, here are the 2 plugs, plus you get 1 international plug. And as always, we bring our little USB hub / plug hub so that we can plug in more things. Alright, so now let's take a look at the bed. And the beds are each side of the bed is pretty much the same. Everybody gets a night light that just turns on down here with the button. And everybody gets a little bedside table that has a little storage in it. No shelves, but it is just a like open storage area where you can put stuff. I know I've mentioned this before, but because my husband uses CPAP, one of the things we do to keep it out of the way is we just put a little magnet on the wall. You can get it at Amazon, and he can hang his equipment on that. And one thing I do want to say is I feel like, aside from Disney, Carnival has the most comfortable mattresses. I have slept like a baby in this bed. It is really comfortable. Our last cruise we were on, our Royal Caribbean, sipping in the seas, that bed was so hard, oh my gosh. But anyway, so the beds here at Carnival are really, really nice.
I agree.
And Corey agrees too. Now, right here, what you also have is you have a light switch that is supposed to turn off all the lights in the room. So let's say you go to bed, or you get ready to go to bed, everybody's in the bed, and you realize, well, we need to cut off the overhead lights. So technically, if that switch worked, you would press it and the lights would all go off in the room. It doesn't work for us, so just something they need to fix. Not a big deal. We haven't mentioned to anybody, but just probably in your room will probably work, so just FYI on that. Because Corey has a CPAP and this is the only place you can plug in your electrical devices, we actually have to drag an extension cord all the way across the floor so that he can plug in his CPAP. And as you know, I have to have my fan, so it's plugged in too. Now, if you look down here, you see basically we tape it on the floor so that nobody trips over it when they're walking. So that's just a FYI. Also, let me show you this cooler. I know I've talked about this before, but you see how to give it extra air to make sure it stays cool, we actually never close the door completely. I keep it propped open with this Canada Dry ginger ale box I have. You can use anything, but prop it open just to get a little more air around the inside back of the cooler. And in here you can see you have area for drinks. I also have cream cheese and jelly, don't ask. And so that's what your cooler looks like. This is the other side of the bed, and you see there's a fan. Again, you have the same storage, and you also have a night light. So it is nighttime, but we are going to take a look at the balcony outside at night. I don't know how often people show their balcony at night, so let's check it out. Right now the light is on, but you can see you can cut it off or on. I'm going to leave it on so I can show it to you. So let's take a look at the balcony. Alright, I'm going to try to be a little quiet because it's nighttime and it's late and I just happen to be up doing this. So your balcony is going to come with 2 chairs and a small side table. And it's a pretty decent sized balcony. Now again, we're in a Cove balcony, so you can see how close it is to the water. Alright, and as you can see, I bring my own chair. But you can see how much space is out here. We did have them remove one of the chairs that are out here, so I could bring my own because mine is way more comfortable than any of these hard chairs. But I will tell you that this chair, the back does recline, so you can lay it back if you wanted to. You do not get a footstool, so you won't be able to put your feet up, but you can at least lay back so it's comfortable. Again, if I'm going to be up here for 14 days, I want a chair that's comfortable to really sit out here on. And because it's a Cove balcony, it's actually cut out in the hull of the ship, so there's no glass on the balcony. And there's even a little place down here so your feet can get some breeze. Alright guys, so that was a quick room tour of a lived-in room, you know. So this is what it really looks like when you've been up here for a week. You're gonna have stuff in places. You know, is there enough storage? Yeah, we could put it all away, but we're on vacation. Nobody's trying to do all of that. We want to change clothes and get on back out there and do our thing.
Okay guys, we hope that you enjoyed that video. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know every time we post new videos. We got tons more content coming. Carnival Breeze.